Hello friends, so now I am in Brussels, capital of Belgium. So this is their main center, which they call it Grand Place. There is a local market, so I'm going towards that side. In the background you can see one old church, and this is statue. Let me see, who is he? Bella Barter. Okay, so that is the main square, which they call it Grand Place, and it is the main center in the downtown where you can see a lot of activities. Let me go nearby. So this is the main Grand Place center of Brussels. It's the evening time, and you can see a lot of people are here, a lot of activities. It's a nice place for every evening. So if you are in Brussels, make sure to eat Belgian waffle. These are some of the famous Belgian waffles, and there you can find many shops. They will serve different kind of waffles. One of the waffle which I ordered. You can try it if you are in Belgium. So as you know, Belgium is famous for chocolates. So if you are in Brussels, you can find many different shops to buy chocolates. But let me first walk towards the Grand Place center. So this is the actual Grand Place center. The previous one was the downtown area where all restaurants are there. This is historic Grand Place center, and look how beautiful it is. It's very old historic building, very beautifully architectured, and you can see this whole building in gold color with some churches there, and in the background if you see, there is a graduation ceremony happening for some school or college. There are some cards if you want to take, but this is a very beautiful area if you want to spend your evening in Brussels. Let me show you from this side. And this is the main church. And earlier they used to have horse carriage. Horse carriage is no longer available because of animal prevention. So now they have e-carriage. So you can take e-carriage tour. So this is another look of Grand Place Square, and then I will walk to the famous statue of Brussels, which you must have seen in all movies and all photos. So it's beautiful out here. It's a nice evening. It's not raining. Weather is not very cold, and it's a Tuesday evening, but still you can see a lot of tourists and a lot of people. So it's a must-have place if you are in Brussels. Look at this art. I don't know why people are taking photos, and but it's looking nice. And this is the sample of that statue which I was telling you, and I'm going to that place. I'll show you the real one, not the artificial, not the fake one. And you can see these kind of chocolate shops everywhere in Brussels. But what I was told, that if you are going to Ghent, which is another city outside Brussels, then better to buy chocolates from there. So tomorrow I will go to Ghent, and then I will try to buy chocolates from there. There is a chocolate museum also here, and you can see different kind of cheese, all different kind of things. There are a lot of local shopping in Belgium. So if you want to buy something, there are many shops which you can browse through. So this is the famous statue what I was telling you, and today actually there is a graduation ceremony, so they put a robe on this statue, so you are not seeing the actual version what you usually see, but this is the same statue, but they put a robe on that. So this is the most famous statue of Brussels. And you can see a lot of people in graduation robe. This is another art. You can see a lot of cycles. And you can see all students. Today is a big graduation day in Brussels, so everybody is in robe. But this is a mannequin piss. There is a small boy pissing. So I don't know the story behind it. I will find it and I will let you all know. But this is how this place is so famous. You can see it's a crowded place. This is another mall kind of area in Brussels downtown, where you can find different things, branded, local, but everywhere you will see these kind of chocolates, waffles, coffee. So these three things are famous in Brussels. So if you are in Brussels, make sure you have chocolates, waffles and coffee. So you can see all different kind of chocolates, all different varieties. Brussels is a big shopping place. You can find a lot of varieties, brands here. So this is the night view of same grand place square. And you can see it's 8 o'clock, it's happening, and there's so much lights. And this is the place where they had some convocation. So it's a beautiful place and a hot and happening place of Brussels. So we are here at European Parliament. As you know, Brussels is the capital of European Union. So they have European Parliament here. So let me come in this area. There are some tours inside which you can take if you want. Since I don't have that much time, so I will not go inside, but I will show you from outside this area. So usually here you will see a lot of protest, lot of people sitting around here for protesting on different European issues, but today is a quiet day. So it's a small tour of European Parliament from outside. That's what I wanted to show you in Brussels. Okay, so I am now at the main cathedral of Brussels. It's St. Michael's and St. Gaudia's Cathedral. It's a very beautiful building. It's almost 5:30, so it's closed, so I cannot go inside. But this is a very beautiful cathedral, and you can see a lot of historic building nearby, and there is a park in front of this cathedral. But you can see it's the same kind of design as they have in Barcelona, that Familia Sargadia, but this is a little smaller compared to that, but it's a beautiful architecture. Good morning, friends. So today I am taking a tour to two cities nearby Brussels, Ghent and Bruges. So I took this bus tour because it's around 15 minutes drive from Brussels, and just now I reached to Ghent city. It's old historical city of Brussels, and I'll show you different places in this city. Okay friends, so we are at first stop. This is City Hall of Ghent. It's an old historical building. You can see what a nice architecture, and if you see, it has a very old church style architecture which usually you see in most of the church. It's right now used as a city hall. This area you can see, it's City Hall of Ghent, but very beautiful building in the Ghent. So in Ghent basically you need to walk a lot, so be ready if you are in Ghent. You need to walk, and then you need to see. This is another view of City Hall. So weather is very nice today, so you can see So this city was actually formed in 13th century, and then at one time it became a biggest textile center of Europe. So all rich people of Europe who wants to show that they are really super rich, they wanted to wear textile from Ghent. So that's how this city was formed. It was one of the richest city, and then after that Vikings attacked it and tried to conquer it. Then there were a lot of Christian people who came here to spread Catholicism. So this city is a historical city with a lot of stories behind it. See, this is the main church, which you can see, and of course you can find a lot of chocolate shop everywhere in Belgium, which is specialty of Belgium. But this cathedral is also around 13th or 14th century old. And this is the main building which we were seeing. And you can see this building with a nice old graffiti. This usually you see in mostly in all the Western European buildings, old buildings, churches. And this is another view of cathedral. I'll try to go inside if it is open. And of course you can see a lot of statues of a historical figure in Europe. This is very common. And if you see here, this is one of the original old building. So they kept it as it is. You can see it's a nice design and nice statues on top. And this is the church what we were talking about. So these three houses are actually the historical houses. They kept it as it is, and they were built in 14th century. So these three houses are actually the historical houses. They kept it as it is, and they were built in 14th century. So now we reached to old Ghent Market Square. So as I told you, Ghent was famous for textile, but also they were into the import and production of grain. So this is the place where they used to do all kind of trading. And this you can see it's an old area which they kept it as it is. Most of buildings are as it is. And this is the place where they used to do grain trading with the different parts of Europe. It used to be a post office also. Now it's not a post office, but they built a hotel here. Let me walk you to the other side of this town square. This is a canal in Ghent. You can see there are some boats. You can do boating if you want. There are all old buildings, historical buildings around which you can see. This is the church where they used to burn witches. Basically, if they announce, if priests announce that some lady is witch, they used to burn that person in this church. This is the canal which I was showing you from upside, and you can see
big stone monument. And here on the right you have a perfect example of the tree.
all different buildings.
So here on the left you see the flatness in the west wall. So first tower
So whatever houses you are seeing here, they are all built during 13th, 14th, 15th century. And you can see this beautiful architecture. So some of these buildings were government buildings where they used to use at administrative buildings. So each and every building has some history around it, and it's nice to walk around here, and there are very nice restaurants in this area. So this is another place. It's not actually a castle, so there is a history behind it. So Brussels is actually a flat country. That means there are no mountains, so there are no stones. So during 13th, 14th century, if someone is very rich, they used to import stones from France. So this particular house was built by a family, a very rich person. So he wanted to demonstrate his richness, his wealth. So he built this complete house of stones which were imported from France. So it's not a castle, but it looks like castle, but it's a stone house to show the wealthiness of that family. So this is another beautiful architecture. So you can see it's again a historical building. They used to use for their administrative work or their main governmental building that time. You can see there is the Charles the third on the left side. There's wife. You can see other buildings. So Belgium is also famous for its beer. So if you want to try some different kind of beers, you can try it here. So now we'll go inside this church. That was previously I was in a different church, a small church, but this is one of their main church, and you can see its replica is here. So let's go and explore from inside. So now I am inside this cathedral. This is the entrance. This is the main cathedral hall. Some prayers going on. You can see it's nice glass designs. It's a beautiful architecture. It's very quiet here, so I am trying to keep my volume low. So this is still very much active church. You can see a lot of people are visiting here and prayers going on. It's a beautiful church, very old church. So you can see some names of people who were during the First World War, when this church was destroyed and they rebuilt it after that. So I'm just walking around the streets of Ghent. These are again some old houses and which are now converted into governmental office. It's a small, nice city. So with the bus tour which I took, it will cover two cities, Ghent and Bruges. So after this, I'll go to another city which is Bruges, which is again another historical city. I will tell you about it. This is another stone kind of houses. So as I told you, stone houses are not very popular in Belgium because it's a flat land country. There are no mountains, so they have to import stones from France. So before I wrap up my tour of Ghent city, so this is another look of town square or town house. It's a beautiful architecture as I showed you earlier. So here was the tour of Ghent city, and now let's proceed to Bruges. Okay friends, so now I am in city of Bruges. So the history of this city is again kind of same as Ghent. This used to be a commercial city But difference is that this used to be a harbor. So Viking, when they came, so they used this city as a harbor, and they developed. So Bruges name came from same harbor in their language. And here, what we will do, we'll just see some historical places. This is the map. Is mostly walking tour, and there are 4 or 5 things which we can visit. And in the end, there is a boat ride. You can see around there is a canal in blue color. So I can take a boat tour around this canal, which will again pass through all these areas. So let's start our walking journey for us in the city of Bruges.
Deutschland sein.
So we started our walking tour. You can see there are a lot of people. So this is a lake from where drinking water is coming in the city. So now we are going to our first spot. One thing you can notice in Belgium, it's compared to other European cities, is much cleaner. You will not see lots of homeless people on the street, and especially tourist places are much cleaner and safer. This is the place where Maximilian used to stay. So Maximilian was once a ruler of Bruges city, and he was eventually got into prison in this place. So this place and this street, they are still keeping the same. So these old places are now converted into shopping street. So you can walk, you can do shopping. So by the way, this Belgium, and Antwerp is famous for diamond. So you will see some diamond shops also. And once I go to Antwerp, I will try to show more about diamond, because Antwerp is a big city for diamond polishing and selling. In Bruges city, one other thing is that, as you know, Belgium is famous for its waffle. So, but Bruges waffles are most famous or most delicious in Belgium. That's what I was told. I did not try, but once I try, I will let you know. You can see there are many shops of waffles. Belgium beer, as I already mentioned. It's famous. Okay, so this is one of the shop which is most famous for chocolates. We need to. I'll see if I can try. And you can see this is the boat ride people are doing, which I will do end of this tour. There are a lot of souvenir shops. And Bruges is famous for waffle chocolates, so people usually do their chocolate shopping from Bruges. On the left side, what you can see is actually it's a old German hospital. So this used to be a German hospital where they used to treat people for free, and this used to be a super specialty hospital where they were not charging anything to patients. Now this hospital is converted into a museum and a shopping place. This church, they buried their Lady of Bruges, and here interesting thing, you can see this small old stone bridge. So what people are saying, there is an old saying that if you cross this bridge in less than 10 steps, you will come again to Bruges. So you can try it. You can see people are trying how many steps they can take. Oh, I tried. It took me 15 or 16 steps, so seems like I'm not coming back to Bruges.
Les choses 40 sont totalement.
These two pillars which we are seeing here, so they used to be part of a wall which used to divide the city, but now only two pillars are left. And this is the palace where Lady of Bruges used to live. You can see some old paintings of her. This has become a museum. And we have some museum shops. These two pillars which we are seeing here, so they used to be part of a wall which used to divide the city, but now only two pillars are left. And this is the palace where Lady of Bruges used to live. You can see some old paintings of her. This has become a museum. And we have some museum shops. This is the main museum of Bruges city. It has all the historical artifacts of Bruges city. This is one of the main shopping street of Bruges. And in Belgium, you can find different varieties of beer. The reason is that in old time, people used to drink water from these canals, but the water was not pure, so many people were getting sick, so they started making beer. So that beer usually is much pure than water, so people started drinking beer instead of water. So you can see this is the most picturesque place, and many Hollywood and Bollywood movies were shooted here on this place and this street. See, we are going to another church, so you can see how beautiful it is from here. This is one of the church, but also the justice hall. So they used to do all kind of court activities here. And this is also the center of Bruges city. So if you remember, we had similar centers in Brussels, in Ghent also we have, not this big, but this is common in all European cities. They have one kind of center. So this one, what you are seeing, is the Justice Palace. This one, what you are seeing here, is the Basilica, which is kind of a church. And there is another old beautiful place with a golden statue. It's kind of an old church. It's a beautiful place, just like any other center or town center or city center. This is also another beautiful place. So Bruges has much better shops for souvenirs and for eating. So I would definitely recommend, if you are in Brussels, you do your shopping from Bruges. There are many restaurants, beer shops, souvenir shops. And this city center is much bigger compared to Brussels, and prices are also much better. This is another main center of Bruges, and this is the basilica, what I was showing you. So let me show you another view of this center. This is much bigger, much beautiful center. You can see all old buildings around it. This is another very nice building. And on the other side, of course, you have this very old big basilica, a church, and then you can find a lot of shops. You can see horse carriage here. So in Brussels, horse carriage are not allowed, but here you can do horse carriage. Okay, another view of this center. So these are the houses which you are seeing in the background. So these are the original houses which they sell in Bruges on magnets or on as a different souvenir. So these are the original houses. And you can see this old statue and old buildings. Horse carriages are also there. It's so beautiful out here. It's raining, so I have to cancel my boat trip. Instead of this, I will probably just visit all these shops and then we'll plan to go. But it's a nice city of Bruges. A lot of things to do, a lot of things to explore. And let's see what I can find next.